Hi guys, PJ here. Today I'm taking a look at Homefront Revolution. It's not one of the newest games, it's a few months old now. However, the reason I'm taking a look at it is a few people have requested it from myself to take a quick look at the options, and the reason being is because it's so cheap. A lot of the companies, the key sellers, etc. out there sell this on PC for sort of £4, £3.99, which is absolutely nothing for a game. I know this game's got nice looking graphics and various other stuff. It's a Cryengine game, so the visuals are very good. It was a disaster on consoles, we know that. The frame rate was atrocious. It was really slow and laggy and horrible. With a reasonable spec PC, I'm hoping that we can play this to a decent frame rate with decent looking graphics, and that is one of the major things we'll be centering on with this video. I'm going to go through every single option, including the sound and controllers and stuff like that. So we'll see how it fares up. The intro page certainly looks nice, if nothing else. So let's see if it's worth the £3.99 that I've just spent on this. Let's go straight into these options. Okay, so straight off the bat, let's see if we can switch over to controllers seamlessly without needing to do anything fancy. Xbox One controller here. Yeah, straight over. I was on keyboard and mouse. No problem there at all. PlayStation 4 controller didn't work on this game at all. I plugged it in earlier, nothing from it. Rather odd. Yeah, that works fine, no problem. And then back to mouse, look, fine. Okay, all good. Moving on to more options. Okay, so let's go options, game. Okay, we've got subtitles on or off. Well, we don't want those on. Not for me anyway. Aim assistance enabled, disabled. Okay. Toggle zoom. It's an odd one, isn't it? Toggle zoom. We'll go with no. We'll just leave everything on no. Not gone. This is the first time loading this game, guys. So if we do get any crashes or anything, that's fresh off the bat. I have no idea how well this is going to run. So like I say, I've only just installed it. Let's see what the defaults are set to and everything. Okay. So next up is graphics. And it's defaulted to my native resolution, which is 1080p. It should go higher, should go to the max of the graphics card, I would have thought. Yes, 3200 by 1800 being mine. You got 1440 as well. What do we go down to? That'd be quite interesting. You got a 900p there, which is sort of Xbox One spec. And we go down to 720p. Let's check. 720p and lower. We go all the way down to 800 by 600 is your lowest. Okay, if we go back to 1080, it's the most used one, let's face it. Full screen, borderless window, or no. So in a window, in other words. Okay. Oh, full screen, no, yes. Different way of wording it, isn't it? Anti-aliasing SMAA medium 2TX is what it set it to for myself, which is the highest. Okay, so where's the high setting then? There isn't a high. Okay, we also got low at 1 times and FXAA and disabled. Obviously, if you're going to super sample it, if you're going to run a higher resolution using VSR or similar, you could probably disable anti-aliasing, say at 4K, or run FXAA. Not stress the card out too much, graphics card. Temporal anti-aliasing is TAA, and we've got no, it's not on. Or yes. Well, we'll leave it at no, it's it's set to that. TAA sharpness is set to 60, probably goes all the way up to 100, I would have thought. Yeah, I'll leave it on 60, see what it looks like. Texture resolution, high. No medium, just high and low. Okay. VSync, have we got a half refresh? Let's have a look. No and yes. No, just on and off basically. System spec, so these are your defaults, aren't they? In other words, we've got high. Oh, there is a very high. Okay, so well, it is a Cryengine game. So I guess you guys with the GTX 1070s, 1080s, 1080 Ti's, maybe Fury cards, you'd be looking at very high. Anybody with an RX 480, 580 or R9 390, 390X, you're going to be stuck on the same setting as me, high, because all those cards I've just listed, the Radeon cards, all use the same basic hardware. They've just had memory increments and, in effect, overclocking. They run slightly higher clock speed, but be very interested to know if it defaults to very high on an RX 580. I somehow doubt it. It would more than likely be high. But if it does go to high, very high, drop a comment, let me know please, that'd be quite handy. Okay, well I'm going to push this. I'd like to see it on very high to start with and then push it back. So so can we alter the textures anymore now we've done that? Oh wait, there is a very high and it's greyed out. Okay, what else have we got? Brightness. Yeah, no need to worry about brightness, do we? Back. What else have we got? Advanced graphics. Well, let's apply this very high setting and see if we can tweak anything more. Okay, so we got. Still can't get to very high textures. Now this is a 4GB VRAM graphics card. It's possibly asking for more than that. Surprising, but you never know. Okay, safe area, that's pretty obvious, isn't it? That's just your screen edges there. You can probably bump that up a little bit. Oh, it's already maxed. Okay, back. Advanced. Volumetric effects. They're intensive. If you're struggling on your graphics cards, I'd definitely knock that one down. Object. Low, medium, high, very high. Particles, are they the same? Low, medium, high, very high. Shading, low, medium, high, very high. Shadows, again a very intensive one. If you're struggling on keeping your FPS up, knock that down a peg or two. Low, medium, high, very high. Just so you know, the PS4 and Xbox One both run a mixture of high and on, I think it's volumetric is medium. PS4 running at 1080p, Xbox One running at 900p, and you're sort of talking 23 frames per second to up to 30 frames per second, so that's why it didn't go down well. It's a bit of a laggy one on consoles. Cryengine and consoles sometimes doesn't work. This is an open area map, so it's too intensive really. Shadow resolution, we've got very high, high, medium, low, yeah. Shadow filtering, hard, soft or contact hardening. Well, I'd personally go contact hardening, but this is probably going to be too taxing. Super sampling off. Now that's going to be very intensive on your graphics card, so I'll leave that off. Anisotropic filtering is on max. You got 8421. Vertical FOV, we're on 50. Obviously it'll go up to 100. I'm guessing. Let's just double check. Oh no, it doesn't. I will correct myself there. It goes up to 65. Okay. Consoles are at 40, by the way, to give you an idea. Okay, motion blur amount, medium, high, disabled. Leave it on medium. Lens flare, yes and no. Okay. Force shadow casting, where are we? We're set to the very minimum here, guys. We're on 5, 10, 15, all the way up to 100. This looks like it's going to be a pretty intensive game to run. Let's apply all that. Go back. Let's have a look at HUD. Enemy awareness indicators show, hint messages show, objective icons show, proximity threat indicators show, minimap region show, ammo region, yeah. What else we got? Notifications, pickup confirmation, enemy hit indicators show. I would imagine they're all show and hide. Oh no, we have got resistance mode only on that one. Right, so you got 3 options on them looking at it. Show hide on that one. Active liberation icons. Okay. Let's make sure some of these here. Yeah, we've got 3 on most of them. In other words, resistance mode only can be one of your options. That one's just 2. And that one's 3. Okay. Back, sound options. Oh, okay, so there's nothing for surround sound users. We've only got volume levels basically. We've got music volume, sound effects volume and dialogue volume. Can't see anything at all there for surround sound users. That's a shame. Let's go back. Okay, so the other options on this are extras, got credits. Now this game for myself was advertised with DLC, however I can't actually see any, so you might want to be careful there if you're buying a key that it does come with any DLC, because my key was advertised with DLC and I can't see any at all. I will look into that. Right, well, we'll crack straight on and see what the game looks like. This is maxed out 1080p. We're on the ultra setting, which was a step higher than what was, you know, recommended for myself. The only thing we haven't got ultra was those textures, wasn't it? The texture resolution is high. I cannot select very high. I'm thinking that's VRAM, not enough. So 4 gigabytes might not be enough. Oh dear. Right, so let's start the game, see what it looks like. Okay, I've got this game installed on a 7200 hard drive. It's not on an SSD. We'll see how long it takes to load. Let's click story there, new game. We'll just go easy because we're only testing. We are recording using Radeon Relive onto a Samsung SSD, and the operating system is Windows 10 Pro on an Intel SSD. So we shouldn't really have any bottlenecks other than these loading sections. Can we skip? No, I think it wants us to watch the story. Usual keys don't seem to be doing anything. I don't know about you, but I hate unskippable cutscenes. There's absolutely nothing to skip. We got to watch a video. How long is the video, we ask ourselves. If I think this is going to go on forever, I will quickly sort of skip forwards for you guys.
Unemployment rocketed and the country was on its knees. The failing government defaulted on debt.
I will skip forward for you guys. Yeah, that was quite long-winded. I had to skip some of that.
Hello and welcome to KAC. I'm Subin Kang. Today's top
Can we
story.
skip?
Preparations begin today for the much
Oh, come on, developers, give us the option to skip. I know you spent a lot of time making these cutscenes, but really?
Officers who work tirelessly to bridge the gap between the emergency administration and the ordinary citizens. To ensure the safety of the citizens during the parade,
I get a Killzone Shadowfall vibe from this. I don't know if you've ever played that, but check out the guards and the lighting. I was one of the few people that actually liked Killzone Shadowfall. I completed the story on it and thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, that's my credibility down the drain, isn't it? Oh well. And we're going to have to cut this again, guys. Oh dear. Wow, these cutscenes do seem to drag on. This is obviously a resistance cell, just to fill you in, and they've just been busted, basically. America's been conquered, and these guys have just been dragged out of their dwelling. So I guess you play one of these characters. Got no control over the character yet at all. I did notice though that the facial appearance on him is very good. Very impressed. Still can't skip though. Come on, skip.
So, how about it?
I'll cut again, guys. Okay, guys, so we finally get into game. There's quite a lot of cutscenes. Tells an interesting story, though, of, like I say, America gets beat, and we're now in-game. However, this is the second time I've got to in-game. The first time, I started in this room and walked to that door, and as soon as I went to open the door, the game locked up solid. I had a black screen, fans all running really high, and couldn't do a single thing. I had to press and hold power, which is never a nice thing to do, is it? So let's hope it doesn't do that again. It's quite annoying. There's a few objects in here to look round at and search and what have you. Can't say I'm too fussed about playing the game. Like I say, it's more of a technical test than anything. No gun? No gun. Okay, let's see if we can go outside and see what it looks like outside. Okay, going out now. Ah, we got further than last time, guys. That's good. Okay, so indoors, I think we better start looking at VRAM usage and stuff now and see what's cracking off with it. So if we put some display on and have a look, we are running 2.2 gigabytes of VRAM indoors. CPU, nah, it's hardly breaking a sweat. It's under half used on every single core. It's an 8-core CPU, 8350 at 4.2, and it's not struggling. You know, the consoles help with that with PC gaming because obviously they run a netbook CPU. So a lot of games nowadays depend a lot more on your graphics card, unless you want to run silly FPS really high. It doesn't matter too much. I mean, FPS on this 55, 57 inside. How do we get out? We go here, do we? Okay. We got a lot of graffiti. Reminds me of The Division. It's got a lot of graffiti. Okay, so let's go and have a look out here. As I expect with Cryengine, lovely lighting, nice reflections and shadows. What we got? 37 FPS. Let's back off from that. That's obviously a bad dude. Let's check the shadows out. Something that's casting a shadow. There we go. A little bit fuzzy around the edges. Not too bad. So FPS is currently hovering. Run here, get a bit of action going. 46. Yeah, not bad. Main RAM, we're only using 8 gigabytes, so you don't need any more to play this. Okay, so let's just now have a quick look at some of these graphics settings while we're in game. Escape. Hopefully we can do this while we're in game. Graphics. So we're on very high, but it wouldn't let us set the texture resolution, would it? Which is a shame. Okay, so if we go high, apply. Oh, we immediately lost some, I think that was shadows we lost there. Don't know if you saw that in the middle of the screen. Let's have a quick look at what it's changed. We've dropped everything to high, including your volumetric effects there. Okay, so basically all we've done is dropped everything from the very highest setting down one. That's pretty straightforward, isn't it? Let's have a look what it looks like in game. FPS is now 56, 57. Let's just run past these troops again and annoy them. There we go. Yeah, mostly locked 60. Won't go higher than that at the moment because we've got VSync on. Like I say, very nice looking game. We haven't got a gun, so we can't go and shoot things and blow stuff up for you, unfortunately. Nice looking. Do like Cryengine games. Okay, we'll go down now to medium. Preset. No, we won't. That's the texture one. Get the right one. Where are we? There we go. Medium. Now let's watch the ground textures and the lighting when I click apply. And now. Yeah, everything went dark all of a sudden there. I don't know if you saw that. This still looks very nice. This is yeah, it's still looking good, you know. Nice brickwork detail there. Again, shadows still looking pretty good. If we're going to stick the character under the direct light again. Let's go and see. Ooh. They've moved everything, that doesn't help. go. We need a shadow really, if it's still got them. Okay, highly lit area. Direct spotlight there. So your personal shadow seems to have gone now. Okay, let's pop it down to low. Options, graphics, low. Apply. Yeah, we lost a lot of shading then. On the curbstones up here it all disappeared. Where's the water? Water effects are a bit lacking. At low, this is 2.5 gigabytes of VRAM. CPU not changed at all. I tell you what, that still looks a lot better than a lot of games for saying that's low setting. It's not bad, guys. Not bad at all. That brickwork gone. Let's have a quick close look at the brickwork again. That's not really taking a hit at all, has it? Okay, let's unlock the frame rate now. Take VSync off. So VSync off. See if we get screen tearing badly. Maybe. Current changes have been applied. Would you like to keep these settings? Yes. Never had that last time, did we? Resume. Okay, so 70 yard, 73, 74 frames per second, 72. $73, yeah, easily above 60 there, no problem. Guy's going to get tired in a minute. Don't know about in combat, of course, may change, drop a little. There you go, look at the sky, give you a high frame rate in any game. Okay, let's switch that over now to, let's see what frame rate we get at very high without the VSync on. Okay, so 47, 48. It does look nicer, all the shadow edges and stuff have all bumped up a bit. We are getting some screen tear now. Yeah, we're getting screen tear sort of halfway down. 48 frames per second, 49, 51, 50. Still very high, to be honest. I mean, depends. If you're somebody that likes a locked 60 frames per second solid, then yeah, you can drop some of your stuff down a little bit to hit 60 easy enough. Personally, I'm happy with a locked 30 and all the, you know, bells and whistles on, so it looks nice. But a lot of PC gamers do like the 60 frames per second lock, shall we say. Nothing really phasing it there. Sort of 47 and above frames per second. Okay, let's try bumping the res up. Okay, so graphics. Let's put VSync back on because we're not going to hit 60 more than likely doing this. Let's go 1440p. That's quite a popular one. Apply. My fans there on the computer are going absolutely wild. Got a custom profile running and they sound like they're on about 80%. So let's go. 2.8 gigabytes of VRAM. Now you're getting some really nice. The jaggies are gone because obviously we are in effect downsampling to 1080p on my monitor. That looks on another level now. That's very nice. 44 frames per second. Ooh, come on, I don't want to get shot. Thanks. Oh, what? There's some gunfire for you guys. Okay. That held similar frame rate, to be honest, to 1080p. Which is quite reassuring. Reload checkpoint. Yes, how long will that take? Not long. That's pretty quick.
This is the place.
We're back in the house.
Should be safe here for now. But the Norks will tear the district apart looking for us.
Okay, can we go now?
Gotta make contact with another resistance cell. Fuck, I picked a bad time to get shot.
I'd be very tempted to run this at 40 and 14 with a bit lower frame rate, to be honest. Come on, hand me the phone. Need to get going.
Show us the closest safe house. Here, take it.
Thank you.
We're working blind here. You need to find a resistance stash. That should have intel on the district, including transceiver locations.
Okay, let's go.
But hurry, Brady, we don't have long.
Okay. 52 frames per second there. 1440p, not really an issue. So I think we got dropped to 38 there, but I think it was loading assets, so no big deal. Yeah, quite easy to maintain a high FPS on that. Let's go and see if we can. Can we get 30 frames per second locked at 4K? This is the question. Let's go. Let's try that. Yes. Really? I'm even in doubt there that that's running at that resolution because the FPS stayed pretty high. Graphics. No, not 1080p. Don't tell me it won't let me go this high. Apply. The changes have been applied. Would you like to keep these settings? Yes, I would. But I don't think the changes have been applied. I think we've found a bug. We had 1440p working once. No. Okay, let's go the other way. Let's go down to 900p. Apply. That definitely worked. Ooh. There we go, 900p. Still looks good, but we've got... Oops, didn't want to do that, wrong key. We've got a bit of stairways appearing on the edges of stuff. You can see everything there looking a little bit zigzaggy on the edges. Not too bad though. Like I say, this is your sort of Xbox One standard. Looks okay. Frame rate as expected, staying very, very high. Now why can't we go higher? Let's just take this all the way down to see what you guys can run it on graphics cards wise. If we go 720p, nobody would really want to go lower than that, would they? And we change this to low. What else can we turn down? Disabled. This is going to look rough. Low. VSync. Not needed. So everything down. Right down, yeah? Let's see what we get the graphics memory to. We need to restart the game. Okay. We will do that. We will restart the game. Even without restarting the game, it's looking a bit wonky. Let's restart the game, guys, and see what video memory we're using. Let's do that now. Okay, so at 720p, with everything on low, and no anti-aliasing at all there, you know, switched on, nothing to help it. We've got 1.5 gigabytes of VRAM in use, and it's screen tearing everywhere, and it looks dreadful, as you would expect. But if you're PC gaming on a budget, you can still play this with, I would say, to be safe, a 2 gigabyte card. You know, a 1.5 gigabyte card, you're pushing your luck a bit. I'd say a 2 gigabyte card will play this nicely. You could drop the res down one more. It will go a little bit lower. But as you can see, it's screen tearing bad. I'd have to put VSync on. So if we went graphics, VSync, yes, and then resolution all the way down. Let's apply that. This is 800 by 600, guys. Look at my on-screen display, it's massive. Okay, this is as low as it goes. 1.25 gigabytes of VRAM there. VSync on, so you're not going to see a high frame rate. Or screen tearing. Yeah, you could play the game. I'll say that. You can definitely play the game. Everything looks a little bit blocky, but yeah, it's there. Works fine. Right, one more go at maxing it back up again, because as you know, it wouldn't have it. It didn't want to. I wish this drone would clear off. It seems to want to pester me. There we go. Right, that's options, graphics. Now we've got textures on low. Yeah, I'm wondering if it was a VRAM limitation why I couldn't access 4K. So if we leave the textures on low, will it let me go 4K? Let's have a go. No, I don't think that's done anything. We got a bug here or something. Graphics. Weird. Doesn't seem to want to do it, does it? We'll do 1080. Do 1200. Doesn't like that either. Okay, 1080. No, nothing is working now, look. That's bizarre. Options, graphics, textures. You haven't got a medium, there's no medium in there. I mean, go medium, go high, apply. That worked. It's definitely a bit buggy, this. Yeah, we've still got no FXAA on, so yeah, that worked. Can see the difference. Okay. So this is a bit glitchy on my system, guys. I'm not sure if we're going to get this working properly or not. So let's go for a basic one. FXAA. See it clean the side of that up there when I switched it on. Switch that off again so you can have a look. Disabled. Watch this line here. See? Not much, but just a little bit. Let's go to the max again. And back. And resume. That resolution, though, will not alter. We cannot seem to get it to go back up. 1080. We've had 1080. We know it works. Apply. Let's quit the game. Go back in. Okay, so let's go back to 1080p. I had to exit the game. The only thing is I actually set it to 4K and then exited the game, and it's come back to 1080p. So there's clearly an issue of changing resolution in game. That must be some sort of weird bug that I'm encountering. Don't know what's going on there, to be honest, but it will not, no matter what I do, let me select any higher. Now, I'm surprised that's a VRAM limitation, but maybe it's just detecting this system's not powerful enough to do that. Bit weird. So obviously a lot of other games I've shown recently in these videos, I've gone all the way up to 4K and ran them without a problem. Very odd. I do not understand that. So what we'd have to do is play it at 1080p and yeah, stick everything on sort of max. Yes, we know that. Okay, so one more restart, guys, and you know, see just one more try to see if it will get defaulted back to 1080p. So I guess from that, what we can gather is I've either got a system resource problem in that, you know, it's simply not powerful enough. The game will say no, you can't do it. However, we're getting very good FPS, so I would expect to be able to run this at 1440p. I'm pretty sure we managed it once there. There's probably some sort of bug going on. I really don't know, but I can't test it properly in 1440p or 4K. Very, very, very strange. Not sure what's going on. So the settings I've got at the moment are the ones we pretty much started with. We've got 1080p and everything sort of maxed, you know, apart from the textures. Still can't select very high. So pretty taxing game. But at least at this sort of resolution and spec, the FPS will remain well above 30. You know, oops, keep doing that. So we're not going to struggle. The odd glitch you get in the FPS when it's streaming assets could probably be alleviated by installing this on an SSD. It's just literally loading in assets that causes a momentary stutter. So not really a problem. It's still a look at even like this without going above 1080p, so I'll be quite happy to play it exactly like this, guys. Well, if this video was any use at all, please on your way out click like. You know, I do try and do these gameplay videos or tech videos daily, and subscribe for more. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye for now.